The Secret of Happiness. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by green hills and flowing rivers, there lived an old lady. She was known by everyone in the village for her kind heart, wise words, and most of all, her constant happiness. No matter the weather, no matter the season, she always wore a gentle smile on her face. People would often come to her when they felt sad or confused. She never turned anyone away and always had comforting words to share. One day, a young man from the village came to visit her. He had been feeling lost and frustrated. Life hadn't been going the way he had hoped. He sat beside the old lady and asked, "Why are you always so happy? No matter what happens, you never seem upset. Don't you ever feel sad when things go wrong?" The old lady smiled kindly and looked at him with her gentle eyes. "My dear," she said, "life is full of ups and downs. Some days are filled with joy and others bring pain, but I've learned something very important. True happiness doesn't come from what happens around us. It comes from what we carry inside us." The young man furrowed his brows. "I don't understand. How can you feel happy when bad things happen?" The old lady took a deep breath and began to share a story from her past. "When I was young," she said, "I had a wonderful family. My husband and I raised 3 beautiful children. We didn't have much money, but we had love and laughter in our home. Life felt complete." Her eyes grew distant as she continued, "But one day, my husband became very ill. We didn't have enough money to buy proper medicine. We tried everything we could, but he passed away. It was the most painful moment of my life. I cried for many days and nights. I thought I would never be happy again." The young man listened closely, surprised by what he was hearing. "After some time," she went on, "I realized something. My sadness would not bring him back. My children needed me. They needed their mother to be strong. I had to choose to live in sorrow or to find a way to smile again. So, I chose happiness. I began to see life differently." The young man asked, "But how did you manage to stay happy after such a big loss?" She smiled again. "Every morning when I wake up, I tell myself, today is a new day, I will find something to be grateful for. Some days it's harder than others, but even small things bring joy. A warm ray of sunlight, a blooming flower, a bird singing, or a kind word from a friend. There is always something, if we choose to see it." The young man nodded slowly, beginning to understand, but he still asked, "What if something really bad happens again? How do you stay positive then?" "It's not easy," she said gently, "but I remind myself that nothing lasts forever, not even pain. Everything passes. When something bad happens, I tell myself this too shall pass. And I hold on to the good things I still have. My health, my memories, my friends, even just the gift of being alive. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to focus on what's wrong, or you can choose to find what's right." The young man thanked her sincerely and left with a lighter heart. From that day on, he tried to see life the way she did. Slowly, he began to find joy in the little things. Even when life was tough, he remembered her words and stayed hopeful. Soon, others in the village began to notice the change in him. As he shared the old lady's wisdom, more and more people began to choose happiness. The village became a warmer, kinder place. And all of it began with one wise old lady who showed them that happiness doesn't depend on life being perfect. It comes from within, from choosing to see the light even in the darkest of times.